Do you know today I saw a buyer ask an agent, where's the sewer line run? And the agent goes, I'm not sure. And there was just a pause. I just looked at him. I said, go look at the contract. Go look at the contract. And you know what he did then? He's flipping through the contract like he's reading a novel. I said, find the sewage diagram and show the gentleman where the line goes. Do you understand? We've got people that are wearing suits that don't know what a sewage diagram is. Basic stuff, product knowledge, right? So you've got to improve education. The next thing I would do is I would have for auction properties, the auction agency agreement is a public document. It solves every problem. On the agency agreement, the agent has gone in there and has said, this is my view on value. Right? Make it public. Put it there. Put it on the table in the living room, right? Have one document, the buyers and sellers. Make the agency agreement. Say, hey, listen, when the buyer says, oh, what's this going for? Well, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, what I can tell you is that I'd like you to go on to ChatGPT, compare the 3 or 4 comparables. Here is the agency agreement I've given to my owner. Here is where it's at. Our owner really wants to sell. Be there. They wouldn't be going to auction and investing 10 grand in marketing if they weren't serious. That's the kind of conversations that we need, and we need people to have one clear document, right? The next thing I would do is I would definitely 100% get rid of multiple vendor bids that are in, like there are parts of Australia where you can have multiple vendor bids. Like why would you allow unlimited vendor bids on an auction? Like why would the vendor bid on their own property unlimited times? It doesn't stack up. Can someone tell me what's the thinking behind that rule, right? One vendor bid. I know that's the law in New South Wales. One vendor bid. You put the one vendor bid in. Why do you use it? Oh, I don't know. You're there. No one's bidding. You're waiting for 10 minutes. You might use it as an opener. Or everyone's bidding and they're $300,000 off the pace of where the owner is. Put in a vendor bid and say, guys, girls, let you know. Let's be transparent. You got no chance of buying this property unless you're over this vendor bid. Totally get it. You only need one of those. So I'd get rid of that. I'd get rid of the rule of lots and lots of vendor bids. And the last one is, I tell you what I would do. I would come up with a solution to actually have a pest and building inspection, no different to the way pickles do with car auctions. Like you go look at pickle car auctions, you can see a report on the car. It's a very summarized report, but it gives you a sense of confidence, right? What if you actually said all auction properties got to have the pest and building available? And I mean, I know there are companies like Before You Bid that actually have got that service available, but it requires an agent to trigger it because it's not law. But I've got to tell you, a lot of the frustration a buyer's having with properties at auctions is the fact that they've got to spend, money on pest and building inspections with no certainty that they're going to get the property. Then they think to themselves, what if we don't get a pest and building, bid on it, end up with it, and it's full of white ants, then we're stuck. That's the dilemma, right? Why do you think they're calling Office of Fair Trading and Consumer Affairs on Monday? It's because life is hard enough to buy real estate in Australia because of the housing pricing issues. Then the cost of buying, pest building, solicitors looking at a contract for you that you might not end up buying, but you just want to have certainty. So they're probably the changes that I would say would improve real estate in an instance.